Welcome to this little live stream today. I have something on my mind. I had a really neat opportunity today to record a podcast episode that'll be out in a few weeks. And you probably know this, but there's a new Thursday episode on Your Ultimate Life. Now, the podcast Your Ultimate Life's been going on for 5.5 years, Tuesday and Friday, and we have 1,025 or 30 episodes. And it's about how to create your ultimate life, how to create a life of purpose, prosperity, and joy. And that's all gobbledygook. What it means is, damn, I get up every day and I love my life every minute. I wake up before my alarm. I'm excited. My mind is vibrating, and then it's in peace, and I feel wrapped in the arms of possibility and divinity every day. So there's some words behind me. It says infinite worth, divine potential. And those are easy words to say. But words have power. Words have power. You know, there's phrases like the pen is mightier than the sword. And there's a reason that it says, you know, those words are there. And there's a reason that sacred literature, the Bible and other kinds of things move mountains and start, you know, movements and everything else, because words have real power. So today I want to ask you a question. What do you believe you're worth? Like, what do you really and truly think you're worth? If you look in the mirror and you look at yourself and you're not trying to impress anybody, what do you think you're worth? Is that a scary question, or is it a rejoicing question? Is it exciting? There certainly a time in my life, more than one, many times over decades, where I didn't think I was worth much. And I did what I needed to do, went to work and do the things that you do, right? But I didn't think I was really worth much. I didn't think anybody would miss me if I was gone, that I really mattered much at all. And I certainly didn't think I was going to be able to add good to the world in any real way that made a difference. So the first thing I want to do is tell you right here, right now, looking at this, that I love you. That's number one, and you can't do anything about it. I don't have to know you. I don't have to agree with things that you think or do. I don't need any of that. I can just love you because you're alive, you're breathing, and you have infinite capability. Your worth is infinite. You're a divine being. So the words infinite worth and divine potential are there because they're real. Like infinite worth, there is no dollar value you can put on a soul. I know we buy life insurance policies, and we do that not because that's the value of a soul, but because that's a mitigation measure we put in place to manage the missing person, right? So if I'm gone or you're gone and people have been depending on me or you, the life insurance takes care of that. Or when we have wrongful death suits, those are a terrible and awful and minuscule attempt to create a value for life. So you know you're of infinite worth. What's more important than that is your divine potential. The story of unrealized potential is legend. How many people have you known personally where you've said, oh, they had so much potential? Maybe that's been said about you, where someone says, oh, they have so much potential, and then you have gone off the rails. I did that. Off the rails, and then it's like, oh, what a waste of potential, right? So let's talk about this for a minute. If you are not living a life that you love right now, like you have all the cash you can imagine, all the joy you can imagine, health, wealth, like if you're not living in that life, you have to wonder why. Does the universe have it out for you? We're going to diss you, and we're not going to let you have any of that good stuff. I certainly have believed that way. I certainly have felt hard done by in the universe, and all the decks and cards and whatever are stacked against me. I have believed that for days, weeks, months, even years at different times. I remember not getting a job I really wanted to get, and when I was walking down the street in San Francisco after the interview, or not the interview, but after the announcement had been made about who got the job, I got really angry and frustrated, and I screamed literally out loud, and there weren't too many people on the sidewalk. I screamed, I never get the gig. I use the word gig because I'm a musician and gigs, right? So I never get the gig. And I felt like that, hard done by, smashed. How come I never get the gig? Right? And what I didn't do was take stock of the incredible blessings that even brought me to be a contender for that position, which were a series of miracles by itself. So I was so focused on that outcome that I was screaming, I never get the gig. And I viewed my own worth as finite, small, and I'm limited now. The whole personal development industry is built on the idea. Human potential movement, is a phrase. That isn't new. Human potential has been infinite since forever. What's happened is in the last 50 years or so, there's been a renewed emphasis on focusing on potential. And there's lots of frameworks, Landmark, the Forum, those kinds of things are one. And there's a dozen others. Ontological coaching to the human soul. There's all kinds of methods to help you and me stop berating ourselves and getting out of the way. And today I want to talk about the idea that methods might be killing your growth. Methods might be killing your growth. When we're looking for help, we go somewhere to a YouTube video or to another book or to the hot topic that was referred to us, and we read the book or we watch the video 1, 2, 5, 10, 50 times, and we get jazzed, we get excited, or we go to ChatGPT and we type in, how do I overcome lack of motivation, or how do we get rid of procrastination? And it gives you all kinds of good ideas and thoughts and things that you can do, and they work. They work. I'm not dissing any of those things by any stretch. But the foundational piece, the fundamental thing that underlies all that is different. If all I have or you have is a bunch of books or videos talking to me, telling me I've got infinite worth and I'm divine potential, I'm using the words here behind me, it won't last and it won't stay. And there's a really simple reason. And it's not going to be a surprise to you. If all of those words land on me, my mind, in my ears and so forth, and what I believe is that I suck, they won't change me very long, because I will be looking for and finding confirmation that I suck. Everything that doesn't work right, every conversation that fails, every phone call if I'm selling something, every phone call that crashes, every attempt that I make to grow, it didn't work. See, I suck. And we interpret it that way. So the foundation isn't go find another book, go find another tool, go find another framework, go find another list or checklist, go find another approach to gratitude, go find another. That isn't it. I'm going to slow down here because I really want you to hear what is it. Because it's easy to say, well, it's not that and it's not that. You already know that because you've tried that 50 million times, probably. What is it is to learn to love yourself. That may sound simple, and it is a simple statement, and it can be very difficult to do. Because when you think about, at least for me, when I think about myself, I used to do this, I thought of all the mistakes, the lies I'd told, the people I'd hurt, the failures I'd had, over and over and over again, and all that piled up into this great black blob, and it had a big equal sign, and over on the other side was I suck. All this stuff, therefore, I suck. All these mistakes and all these things that I'd done wrong equals I suck. You are not your past mistakes. You are not your past at all. Those things happened. I'm not pretending them away. And maybe there's consequences you need to clean up. I had a conversation with a person this morning. I was interviewing someone, a couple of guys for podcasting, and they were talking about a difficulty. One of them was talking about a difficult situation they just resolved. So there was a mess. This person, he didn't elaborate, don't know what it was, but he had a mess with another person. And just that morning, he'd made the phone call to address the situation, to talk it over, and to clean up the mess. And you know what? And I don't know what the mess was, and I don't know what cleaning it up involved. But what I do know is when he got done describing it, he was excited. He said, it was hard. It was hard to make the phone call. It was a hard conversation to have. And I feel so good. So maybe there are things that I need to clean up or you need to clean up. So do it. Go do it, because you know what it's going to do? It's going to take a rock out of your backpack. It's going to take this pile of black that you have equal to I suck. It's going to shrink it. It's going to make it go away. Now, that still doesn't mean you don't have to have the pile empty before you don't suck. You already are beautiful. You already are powerful. You are not the accumulation of mistakes. Maybe there are some things you want to clean up. Okay, go do it. But you are already okay today. And you are worthy, absolutely, without question, without hesitation, no matter what has come before, of love, of appreciation. You are worthy of growth. You are worthy to be here. You are worthy of every beautiful and capable thing. Maybe there are things that you or I need to clean up. I certainly have my share. But if you start from the place of, I suck until I get all this stuff fixed, you're never going to get there, because nobody's perfect and we always make mistakes. And besides, that kind of attitude is really heavy. It's hard to carry, and it takes away our desire to grow. So I want you to think about one thing, and that is loving yourself. Love yourself. If I could give you one assignment, it would be to go look in the mirror and say, I love you, deep in your own eyes. Again and again, it would be to walk around all day long and say, I love myself. And if you need a reason, you're a divine being. You couldn't honor your creator any more than by loving and caring for yourself. Now, if you haven't done that and there's a bunch of stuff to clean up, that doesn't mean don't do it now. Start now. Love yourself now, today. Okay, clean up whatever, but start from a place of love. Not from a place of incompleteness or failure. I love you. I don't need to know you. I said that to start with, and I love you anyway, no matter what. I've chosen that kind of life, to love without hesitation and to listen without any expectation. Judgment belongs to someone else, not to me. And in releasing that, it has made me happy. It made me liberated. It has freed me up from carrying baggage and weight. Now, right this minute, wherever you are, you have the opportunity to create your life. You can create life as negative. You can create it as positive. This moment is ground zero. Now, this moment is ground zero. The next moment is in my hands, and it's in yours. If I decide to live in joy, then I get to. And that's the secret of purpose, prosperity, and joy. I've chosen a purpose to lift and bless 300 million people with a message of your own worth, your own identity as a divine being, your own possibility, which is infinite. So my work is to help you understand that and then do something with it. And so I have methods and courses and coaching and all kinds of things that I use as tools for people that want to make that switch. If you're living in a place where you doubt yourself, maybe you hate yourself, or maybe you just are blah, this is the moment to change. You don't need another book. You need to look in the mirror and love the divine being that you are. We'll see you tomorrow.